Today we are taking a look at Icey. This is part of a bundle that's going on Fanatical. It's their bento bundle. I think it's maybe the fourth one of those that is currently going. This would have been my first time playing it, except that when I previously recorded this, for reasons I won't go into, the audio did not get recorded. So I'm just going to reset and start over. The first thing I noticed about this game is that there's a lot of input lag, like maybe a half second between pressing the button and the character reacting. Let me hold this controller up to the microphone and see if it will pick this up. I don't know. I'm pressing the button so you can see when the character actually reacts. It's not great. And I don't know if it's... I guess it's probably not the game's fault. But there's only one other game I've ever had this experience with, and it was Mega Man Legacy Collection. I don't know why these two games do that. And it's not just the buttons either, it's also the movement. This game is not quite as twitch as Mega Man Legacy Collection, those old Mega Man games, so it's not as big a deal. I can make it work here. But I assume as the game gets more difficult, it would become more and more challenging. This is kind of I would call this a fancy beat 'em up. It's a beat 'em up, but it has fancy combos, it has an upgrade system, and it has blocking, dodging stuff going on, reactions, kill shots. I don't think that's what those would generally be called, but that's what I'm calling them. This is a weird thing to say, but this game feels like it would feel very responsive if not for the half second of input lag. I'm not a fan of that move because I'm not clear how to dodge it. Maybe there's a tell that I'm just not picking up on. But it seems like it's just an unblockable attack. Yeah, like that. The art's not bad in here. It's very sci-fi anime. The backgrounds are a little weird. This threw me for a loop the first time it happened. Also, I just noticed the OK button is labeled Icey, which is kind of funny. We've crashed the game to a bash prompt. Repair failed. I see. And now we are running Icey.bin. And now we've got some sort of scanline filter. I think the photographs of eyes is a weird visual choice. Kind of like it. Yes, that's me. Did you take off the mask? I don't know what you're talking about. You prefer a more difficult journey? No. In an adventure, are battles more important than story? I'm gonna say no. And those answers somehow culminate to an easy setting and then drop me back at the menu. And for some reason you have to hit continue like 6 times
in the middle of a dark, quiet room,
before it gives you this option, continue with narrator, and then you can actually continue the game.
Floats, suspended. She, Icey, has no memories, no past.
Not a huge fan of this narrator.
Her existence only serves one purpose: to kill Judas. That wicked devil, the bringer
also,
of the
that art of Judas doesn't really fit, if you ask me, with the rest.
Icey understands that she must accomplish her mission. Destroy Judas. In the darkness, Icey awakes.
Now we hold Y to start the game.
Icey has left the laboratory. She understands that as long as she follows the arrow, she will discover where Judas is.
Start button to access extensive system interface. Back to extensive system interface. I did not see this last time. Oh, okay. I don't know what that does for us. Oh, okay.
Icey has left
Seemingly not very much right now. Oh, you may have seen this little upgrade station earlier. I didn't go into it because I know that with $24 I can't afford anything. It looks like $50 is the cheapest upgrade. And those are for new abilities. Also, this giant list of things that you can buy sort of tells me that this game is probably not for me, because there's no way I would be able to remember all these and master the specific circumstances that you'd want to use them. Sorry, maybe there is a way that I could do it, but that would require me to play this game and only this game. And if you have watched this channel, and if you understand the concept of this channel, you probably understand why that would be impossible. I must play games I have never played before. Sometimes I'll find a game that really clicks and I'll stick with it for a while, but it's pretty rare. I imagine that a person who enjoys this sort of game would definitely not play it on easy.
is at
I'm kind of
peace.
glad they asked me questions because I might be tempted to not. I've got a little bit of that Marty McFly don't call me chicken in me, so I might be tempted to play it on whatever the default setting happens to be, and I think I would enjoy it much less. Oh right, this.
There seems to be a console that will activate the
All right.
photon bridge. Icey moves to activate it.
It'd be neat if the kill shots also made impact with other enemies that were nearby, but it seems like they single out whichever enemy is susceptible to the kill shot, even if another enemy is in that enemy's path, like in the same physical space where I'm hitting that enemy. It
A
feels
disgusting swamp rests,
very gamey.
unmoving, in front of Icey.
Makes
She
it
must
sort of feel
carefully
less
jump
like
across.
a place. $86, that's enough to buy something. These aren't so bad, they're just combos. Let's do this Shadow Slice.
Icey arrives in the Moonlight Forest. In front of her waits Daha. Wait, where's the bridge? Right, just keep following the arrow. Icey jumps down. It seems like this is an old sewer.
The arrows pointing to the next place you should go feels lazy to me. And I think the calling it out is supposed to make that okay. But for me it does not. For me it just means, yeah, you know this is bad design, and you're hoping that by poking fun at it, it can sort of
This
be
place is
excused.
littered with wreckage. Icey feels that this place wasn't always a sewer. And who is to blame? Judas. Icey jumps down into a giant cavern.
He was sort of a bit of a
Icey
one-trick
follows the
pony.
arrow through and passes through the gate. Icey senses that the key to her escape is somewhere in front of her.
Not a fan of the metal fist monster, the metal fist robot. Wow, getting some major slowdown here, which I wouldn't necessarily expect from this game. Let's get rid of the fist guy, get rid of the flying drone. And there we go.
Icey discovers a special treasure chest. A strange mark flashes across her eyes. Icey's dash ability has grown stronger.
Cool.
She can probably even escape from this damned underground labyrinth. Icey decides to immediately return to...
We received a message. Receiving message. Subject, a note from unknown to you@ic.me. Attempting to find the chosen one is as difficult as finding a needle in a haystack. My time is limited. Judas has tampered with the Necronomicon and has announced he intends to sacrifice his physical body to cast his self into the virtual world. His goal? Create a child of God. The chosen one, as planned, has been born. Press A to view details, press B to close. This I don't understand. Pressing A gives me this, which is like a zoomed view of this map, although I cannot pan it around, so I lose a lot of context there. I'm not sure what that's intended to do.
Although it's a sewer, this place seems as if it could be incredibly clean, if it weren't for the sewage.
Well, except for that last one, I took those out
What
pretty
could cleanse
cleanly.
this place?
Oh crap. I'm gonna be $2 short of a bigger upgrade. I think I will try to get that last $2 and then come back. Oh. Yeah, I fought this enemy last time. That seems to hit in front and behind. I definitely hit the dodge button, so maybe I was staggered. Not doing so hot here. I mean, I think I'll still win. Probably mostly owing due to the fact that I've set the game on easy.
Icey defeats Gorger and senses that the exit. Icey arrives at an unnamed town. There is not a soul in sight.
Yeah, this is the one I'm going to upgrade because that's what I'm doing most of. Alright. I think that's probably a good place to cut it off.
Around the house for a trace of
this is definitely not a game for me.
It seems as if everyone has been
but it
wiped
is
out.
Part of that bundle. Like I said, it's pretty cheap if you think this looks good for you. This is probably good for people who enjoy, I don't know, is this what you would call a character action game? I'm not sure. But I guess my point is there is an audience for this type of game, and I don't really know if it's a good one for that audience. I can just say that for someone like me who just likes video games more generally and doesn't have any particular affinity for this genre, I don't think this one is the one that's going to win us over. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.